Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you push towards your goals, dreams, and your desires, you seem to make no progress, and you have no idea why that is? Today, we're going to be diving into one of the biggest barriers that successful men have, and that is low self-worth. If you constantly feel like you're self-sabotaging, or you're constantly doubting yourself, or maybe you're constantly seeking validation from outside sources, if you experience any of those three things, then this video is for you, my brother. Low self-worth isn't just an emotional struggle. It can sabotage your success, your relationships, and your ability to live a purposeful life. Instead of living a life on purpose, you will be living life unfulfilled, searching for your purpose until you learn how to apply this one concept. Once you start recognizing these patterns, then you can start taking control of your life. Once you start recognizing these patterns, you can then start identifying your purpose, who you are, your self-worth, and start taking control of your life. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 5 ways that lack of self-worth creeps into your life that holds you back from fulfilling your purpose. And the 5th one is the one that I struggled with the most. Yeah, I'm trying to get you to stay till the end of the video, dude. It's that important. Men with low self-worth, they tend to self-sabotage themselves. A lot of you men out there, they might be thinking, man, I'm built for a big purpose. But when you start working towards that purpose, you tend to self-sabotage yourself. Self-sabotage is one of the key components of lacking self-worth. You might self-sabotage by procrastinating, avoiding opportunities, or just giving up easily. But why would you do that? If your purpose is that important and you're just this really driven dude, why does this self-sabotage keep coming up? Why do you keep procrastinating? Because deep down inside, you don't actually believe that you are worth what's on the other side of your hard work, your consistency, and your dedication towards your purpose. The frequencies just don't match up, dude. We got to get you believing that you are worthy of your purpose. And of course, all the benefits that come with it. And if you're like me, being a veteran or a martial artist or just an athlete in general, a high-performing man that puts a lot of stress on his body, there's been a lot of competitions I've been in, but also there have been competitions and events that I've wanted to compete in, but I wasn't able to because I would train and my body would get injured. That was my body telling me, you are not worthy to compete in a marathon or an MMA fight. Those injuries kept reoccurring. So once I started working on my self-worth, the injuries stopped occurring, which is crazy. Your body is literally trying to sabotage you, not just your mind, but your body from accomplishing your goals, dreams, and your desires. I want to encourage you guys to get brutally honest with yourself and become truly aware of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. This is how we're going to change. And ask yourself, when do I avoid certain situations? Why am I avoiding this? Put yourself in the act of self-sabotage. Start talking yourself through that moment. And when you do this, you can start to shift your mindset, reprogramming neural pathways to no longer self-sabotage your success. I know you all probably already know this, but I'm going to remind you again. Your inner dialogue will determine your entire life. Especially as veterans or high-performing men, we have the biggest critic in our head. That could be our drill instructors or our instructors from a school or just our teammates pushing us to be better and better and never being good enough. Turns out that inner critic is actually holding you back. It's creating negative frequencies, negative thoughts that you're pushing out into the universe that are attracting negative like frequencies into your life. And those energies that you're attracting, they're the energies of, I'm not good enough. I need to be better. Never satisfied with where you are. And I'm not saying don't strive for greatness. Strive for greatness, but know your worth. Remember, your thoughts are frequencies. So when you think about it, you send those frequencies into the universe that attract the exact same frequencies, experiences, and thoughts back into your life. So we wonder why things keep reoccurring in our life. It's because you keep thinking the same way. Stop thinking negative about yourself. Start celebrating the small wins. Keep telling yourself, hey, I'm doing really good. I'm progressing and I'm going to get better. And when you mess up or you really just fucked up on something, don't hate yourself for it. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm not good enough or any negative self-talk towards it. Be proactive, be productive, and teach yourself. Talk to yourself like you would your son or a small child. Encourage them, be proactive. How can I be better next time instead of putting yourself down? When you keep talking to yourself negatively all the time, it puts up this mental barrier that no longer allows you to feel fulfillment, and it stops you from pursuing other opportunities and really feeling fulfilled with your everyday life. Somehow you've already convinced yourself that you are not even worthy of your goals, dreams, and desires before you even try to accomplish your goals, dreams, and desires. And because that's the default program of the matrix, now you're sending out counter intentions, counter frequencies to what you actually want. So you're just playing a game of tug of war with your thoughts. You hear success is 99% your thoughts. It is 99% your thoughts, but those 99% thoughts that you're having, they're all countering thoughts trying to play push and pull. That's not allowing you to actually flow naturally into the state, into the success, into the bad motherfucker that you actually are. We got to stop sending out those counter intentions. And we do that by changing our inner dialogue. Change the way you speak to yourself, especially when no one is around. I want to give you guys a little exercise to do. Whenever you're by yourself and it's quiet, no music, no podcast, nothing like that. Just sit there and be present, breathe, close your eyes and ask yourself, what are the thoughts that are frequently occurring in my life? Because what you frequently see becomes your frequency, meaning it will become a part of who you are. So if you're thinking negative all the time, you're going to start to attract those negative things into your life all the time. And it's not just going to be people. It could be accidents or injuries, or maybe you don't land the clients you're meant to get, or you lose this competition because you didn't feel worthy of it, or you get this injury. It'll manifest into so many different things. So pay attention to how you think about yourself, how you talk to yourself when you're alone, when you're with other people, when you're in certain situations, good or bad. Whenever you're pushing yourself, remember to always be positive. Shift your thoughts and reframe the way that you speak to yourself in a positive and proactive way. Don't just bash yourself and tell yourself you're a piece of shit. Tell yourself, hey, I f***ed up, dude, but this is how we're gonna get better. Have compassion with yourself, dude. You don't know what you don't know. But now you know that you can reframe your thoughts and stop attracting all this negative bullshit into your life that's counteracting the fulfillment of finding your purpose, fulfillment in relationships, fulfillment in love, fulfillment in your everyday life. Every time you speak negatively to yourself, immediately reframe those thoughts. Don't let them linger. Over time, you're going to start to reprogram neural pathways. A really good example of this is you spend your entire life thinking negative just based off of the programs of the matrix. We're literally default programmed to think negative, to lack self-worth, to lack self-love, to not feel good enough, always pushing, never settle. So we have this negative ball of energy that we've been programmed for our entire life. Boom, it's here. Now that you have this newfound awareness of reframing your negative self-talk and how it'll change your life, this is what you're vibrating at an unconscious level, negative right now, because you talk to yourself, you're surrounding yourself with negative shit. This is your new mindset. This is the mindset you just acquired, the level of awareness where you can reframe your negative beliefs into positive belief. Every time that you reframe a belief consciously, every single day, the more that you do it over and over, you surround yourself with positive people, positive environments, you start building your self-worth, this positive ball of energy is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And suddenly, because you're stopped transmitting negative frequencies into the universe and you're shifting them, you're reframing them with those positive frequencies, all of a sudden, those negative frequencies are going to go down, and your new unconscious confidence way of thinking, being, and doing is now positive. You are now worthy. You don't even have to think that you're worthy because you're vibrating at the frequency of I am worth it. You're going to be attracting more fulfillment into your life, whether that's finding purpose, whether that's attracting the relationship, or if you're already in a relationship, having fulfillment within the relationship you already had. You don't have to search for fulfillment outside of yourself. Once you reframe your negative self-talk and do all these things that I'm talking about, you will literally find fulfillment in everything you do in life. Low self-worth makes you rely on external validation. You might be seeking praise, approval, congratulations, dude, all of this just to feel valuable. And as this happens over time, you get into this cycle of needing constant validation from outside sources because you don't even know how to validate your own success from within. There's a problem with this. There's nothing wrong with being recognized, but when someone has to validate you, that's the issue. Accept the recognition, but don't identify yourself based off of the way someone else recognizes you or validates you, whether that's good or bad. But we realize that external validation, it's only temporary. It fades. By the time you get home, you leave the meeting, you leave dinner, you leave all those people, you start to feel empty on the inside once again. And over time, this will diminish your confidence, Remember that real confidence comes from within, not from other people. Confidence is what you truly think about you. So I want to give you guys a little bit of an exercise to do. Every day, whenever you finish something, you accomplish something, celebrate it. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. If you make your bed in the morning, celebrate that small win, even if it's 10 seconds, like, yeah, I just made my bed. Let's go, baby. Or if you brush your teeth in the morning, for whatever reason, you don't really brush your teeth. Man, I brushed my teeth this morning. Congrats. Celebrate small wins. Be your own hype man. And when you do this more frequently, again, it's going to reframe that ball of energy to where you're constantly feeling worthy, no matter what other people think or what other people say about you. Win or lose, brother, you're worthy. As you do this exercise over time, you build a solid foundation to developing your inner confidence. Being a high-performing man, being a veteran, yeah, we're not always the best with setting boundaries. We try to say yes to everything, when in reality, we can't always do everything. We try to make it seem that we can please everybody. But at the end of the day, the only person we're pleasing is other people and not ourselves. Again, taking away our self-worth. Every time you say yes to someone that you don't want to do that thing, deep down inside, unconsciously, you're telling yourself, hey man, you're not worthy of yourself. You're not worthy of respecting yourself and your desires. So yeah, go work for other people. Go do things for other people, but not yourself. When you lack self-boundaries, you lack self-respect. I call these guys the yes men. Yes, I was one of these yes men many years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, but I learned how to refrain from being a yes man. Now I have strong boundaries where some people get really pissed off when I say N-O. People just can't comprehend that sentence of no. That's okay. They can validate themselves and I validate myself because I'm standing up for myself. I'm setting my boundaries to be true to myself, not to please and help other people from a wounded perspective. What's the root cause of being a yes man? The root cause comes from the fear of rejection. You feel like you need to do something, even if you have to put yourself on the back burner because you want someone to want you. You want to feel needed. This tendency comes from childhood, creating a belief that if I don't do this, then these people won't recognize me or they won't confirm that I'm good enough. My favorite sentence in the entire world, no. Bro, you don't have to validate shit. You don't have to explain why you're not going to that party. You don't have to explain a motherfucking thing. If you don't want to do something, if it goes against what you truly desire, don't do it. Yeah, there's times for sacrifices, but especially starting off, if you recognize that you're a people pleaser right now, stop trying to please everyone. Go through a season of life where you are a people pisser off, or you just piss people the fuck off because you don't say yes enough. People get pissed off because you say no. Let them be pissed off. Who gives a fuck? It's their issue to work on. That's their own insecurity to work on. People try to cover up their insecurities by having you involved, because when you're involved, that's another party for them to think about instead of thinking about their own lack of self-worth and their own lack of worthiness. Everyone's got their own wounds, bro. They all manifest out into different ways. All these energies, they work together. When you don't set boundaries, you end up feeling energetically drained and resentful, which only reinforces your feelings of unworthiness. It's like you're trying to fill up someone's cup with your cup, but your cup's empty and you're getting really pissed off. You're like, why isn't this working? And you're trying to fill someone else's cup up and your cup's empty. Your cup's empty, dumbass. Fill it up. Recharge your energy. You're drained because you keep putting other people before yourself. You can't show up for other people if you don't show up for yourself first because your cup's already empty. A lot of people in society, in the matrix, would consider you putting yourself first or self-love as being selfish. But the truth is, they're all still plugged into the matrix. They are still all operating from a place of traumas and wounds that haven't been healed yet. So just have some compassion with them. Don't hate on them. Say no, walk away. Don't give a fuck about their opinions or what they might say. If they're truly a friend, if they're truly meant to be in your life, they will be okay if you say, hey man, I'm not going to your birthday party tonight, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not going to be able to do this. If they're not okay with that because you're setting boundaries for yourself, building your energy up and being a better version of yourself, those guys got to go. They got to get out of your life because they're holding you back. The people that actually give a fuck about you and want to see you grow and succeed, they're not going to care. They're going to be excited. They're going to be happy for you whenever you say no. They're going to accept you and be okay when you say no. I want to encourage you guys, identify one place in your life right now where you need to start integrating healthy boundaries. Start with something small, protecting your time, and simply saying, no, I don't want to go to that event. Say no to things that don't serve a purpose in your life. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. I went through a season of my life where I would literally say no to everyone and everything. I was just a huge introvert because I was so tired of giving my time and energy to other people. And when I started saying no to everyone, even if it was something I wanted to do, I was reprogramming my neural pathways to be physically capable of saying no. Because a lot of people struggle with saying the words or the word no. Get used to saying no. But saying yes is also a form of self-love. It's also a form of worthiness. Like, you are worthy of this fat tip, or you are worthy of this amazing, beautiful woman that loves you and cares for you, that you keep self-sabotaging away from. And you say yes when things are in alignment, when things feel good, but you won't know if they're in alignment if you don't know who you are or what you are worthy of. I'm gonna remind you again, you are worthy, my friend. Don't forget that. As I said in the beginning of the video, fifth one was the symptom that I struggled with the most when it comes to self-worth, and that is perfectionism. I used to be the most perfect planner that got jack shit done. Literally not a fucking thing. But my plans look really good, bro. If I would have acted on that plan, I would have still gotten nowhere, because everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the fucking face. Over the years, I've learned to take immediate action, plan just enough for me to be able to take a step forward, and then adjust on the move. I always correct myself as I go. Perfectionism is a sign of low self-worth. You feel like no matter what I do is never good enough, so I have to plan something so perfect and so amazing that this is the way that someone is going to recognize me. So you plan more and you're never satisfied with your plan. This perfectionism, it stops you from taking risks that are in alignment with where you're meant to go in life, with who you're meant to be. Like, you want to go do something, but you're stuck in a perfectly fortified castle, but you can't go fight the enemy that's on the other side of the walls. You build this fortified castle. You have this perfectionist mindset because you fear that if my plan's not perfect and if I don't execute perfectly, that I might actually find out that I'm not good enough. I want to encourage you guys, focus on progress, not perfection. As long as you're better than what you were yesterday, if you woke up 5 minutes earlier than what you did yesterday, that's progress. You don't have to wake up 2 hours earlier than you did the day before. Baby steps, cut them up into chunks. Remember that growth comes by taking action, not waiting until things are perfect. And be a man of action, not a man of planning. If you're a man of planning, you're probably a little lazier than you thought yourself to be. Low self-worth can manifest in many ways. Self-sabotage, negative self-talk, seeking external validation, struggling to set boundaries, and trying to be perfect. Recognizing these patterns in your life is the first step to breaking free. Building self-worth starts with small intentional steps. Reprogram your mindset, stop chasing external validation, and embrace progress over perfection. When you value yourself, you develop your self-worth. You will find your purpose and fulfillment in everything you desire in life. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're all about making men again, finding purpose, just being a hard-charging mofo, please share and subscribe to my channel, and also drop a comment down below. What is one step you're going to take today to break this cycle of low self-worth? Let's grow this community of men. Let's make men again. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Peace and love.